I'm so happy to be here. It's been a long time since I've been hanging out in my computer land, but here I am. I wonder if you can hear me, and I wonder if anybody can see me. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that I'm happy to be here. Let me play with my camera because I want to show you that I can play. I'm just clicking. I'm here now by myself. I'm almost ready to draw. Now my partner can see it. This is very good. Well, now I'm going to draw. This is what I wanted to do, and here I am. The first thing I want to do is I want to do a little practice. So I'm going to make an extra layer here, because I'll come back to this. And we'll call this practice. So let's watch it together. Here we are. Yes, let's practice. The first thing when I practice is I want to choose the right tool. I'm going to use a pencil, and I'm going to play with my pencil. What I'll do with my pencil is I will make one big funky line. Let's do another funky line. Ooh, I like that one too. That's handsome. And let's do another funky line. Thank you out there in Wuzhang Mountain. I appreciate you taking care of me. Somebody told me they can see me and hear me, which is great. Now, with this funky line that I'm gonna make another funky line right here like this. Yeah, a balance. A little bit of balance. Now, I have a funky line, and I'm going to play with the line. When I play with the line, I'm going to take one piece, like right here, and I'm going to warm up my brain and my hand. Make warm hands, warm brain. I'm going to practice making little curves like this. I'm not worried about the design. The design is not important. What's important is my brain and my hand connect. And then I move on to a different place. Make a connection between my brain and my hand. The design will grow slowly. And look, I'm going to make a mistake. Think, another mistake. I will accept my mistakes, and I will learn from them. Maybe even my mistakes can become part of the process. We all make mistakes. But what happens after we make a mistake, that's the important thing. And do I want to keep these mistakes here? Maybe I do. We gotta make some extra line. And now I have a design. An extra design. I'll even do it again. What am I gonna do? I'll do it here. The lines. Oh, the lines. The lines springing from one point. But the lines are excited. Oh, and they go fast. They go fast. They go too fast. And they break the other line. Again, I'm connecting my brain to my hand. Connecting my brain to my hand. Because I plan to draw a lot today. Let's create another line here. So this design for all these little lines begins to grow. One after another. And step away from that line. I move to another line. I like the way it's growing. It's starting to take a shape, a strange shape, but a shape nonetheless. I like that. This is all an exercise. This is a practice. Practice for my hand and my brain and my eyes. Let's keep going. Let's explore. What's next? Let's break the design. Yes. And let's make more of the design. And then we'll break it again. Break it and make it, and break it and make it. Let's see, let's do one right here. Slowly building. And I'm not really worried. I'm not really working. I'm thinking about my hand and my hand connecting to my eyes and my hand connecting to my brain. Getting warm, warming the brain. Let's do another here. Oh no, right here. Connecting my eyes with this little design. And it takes shape piece by piece. Anybody can do this exercise to connect their brain to their hand. And here we are. It just grows. Now I think it looks a little bit like a fish. So I'm going to make some more fish-like qualities. Fish-like shape. Is it a fish? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. What can I make? Oh, I can make a fish eye here. We love eyes. Humans look for eyes. Something like an eye. Maybe we can make another. Use the design to grow the idea. We have to think about how our eyes move. The human eye looks for other eyes. So this might look like an eye to the human who sees it. And this might look like a wave. Who knows? But my hand feels warm. I'm ready to move on to my next goal. One of the things we will do today together is we will draw a forest. When I draw a forest, first I study a forest. I like to go to Wuzhang Mountain and I look at the trees. What's their shape? What color is it? Well, you know what color. You know the colors. So let's play with some colors real fast. What colors? I like this bright green. So I'll use this green tool. Oh no, I can't do it. I have to change something. I will change it. Okay, so we're going to practice with this tool. Let's change the color. Ding. I like that color. That's a very strong forest color. It's like the leaves. Where will we do it? Let's do another big piece. Let's do it over here, and here, and here, and here. Oh, I like this. I like this shape. Let's keep growing it. Put one right here, here, and here. Oh, I like these. And then let's do another here, and here, and here. Oh, I like what's growing. Let's use a different green. Another green that I've used recently is here. This is a deep forest green. When we're looking out to the forest, we see far away these colors here. If I'm looking out deep into the forest, I see this color. Do you see greens in the forest? I hope you do. It's starting to have its own character already. Green is a forest color. Here's another forest color I'd like to share with you. Ding, ding, yes, yes, starting to take shape. All right, I love that. Now let's do something very different. Something with some yellow inside. Ooh, ooh. Not very pretty, but that's okay. Not everything is going to be pretty, but it can be ours. Now I haven't done anything in this lower area here. Let's do some different greens, or even, yes. So I go here to my wheel, and I choose a bright green, put it right in there. Bright green, and do another bright green there. And now my eye is moving towards that bright green. Can I make it even brighter? I think I can. But now we're going towards the yellow. Yellow. But it's connected to that green. Oh, I like this movement. I like this movement of color. Let's keep moving to yellow. Oh, let's make it a bright yellow to end that piece. Ooh. The color moves. And then our little fish. Green is beautiful, yellow is beautiful, but let's give it some background. Let's flip it to one of my other favorite colors. Yes. Very strong difference, green and purple. I didn't finish here. So let's finish down here with all the greens we've used to make something beautiful and different. And my little fish. And then the eye. What color can we do an eye? Yes, something in between the green and the purple. Lovely. Thank you, little fish. Thank you for helping me warm up. Delightful. And now, we'll say bye-bye to the little fish. Well, I mentioned that we're going to practice drawing a forest. When I'm drawing a forest, or any composition, if I take a picture of the city, if I take a picture of the forest, I want my lines to be just right. So I think my lines will be like this. And like this. Those are my lines. And then other lines like this. These are the lines I want. Oh, that line isn't very polite. Let's clean it up. Put you back. Good, thank you. All right. So these are the lines I want. That's okay. That's a good beginning. That will guide me. I'll make it softer so I don't have to look at it, because with my practice, I don't often like to look at what I'm practicing. And so here is the first sketch. I'll name that the sketch. Delightful. Thank you very much. Thank you, computer. My computer is cooperating very well. Thank you very much, computer. Sometimes computers don't cooperate. Have you ever had that experience? An uncooperative computer? Yeah. I'm going to follow these lines a little bit. But In nature, there are very few perfect lines. In fact, in my experience, there are very few perfect shapes in nature as well. We like perfection. Humans do. You might say that humans need perfection. We like the order. It's true, we really do. We love the order. But nature's order is different than our order. Right now, this path I'm making, I'm thinking about, where does the water flow? Water flows down the mountain. If you go and walk in the mountains, you'll see where the water flows. And it's beautiful. We like to walk there. It's very convenient. The water has moved all the dirt, and we can enjoy the flat, clean ground. So to me, in my mind, this is a path. Now I will make some more texture on this path, like rocks. You can see I'm using points. I'm not sketching with my pencil. I'm making the Bexel curve. Is that what it's called? Is that the Bezier curve? Bezier? Someone smarter than me will need to correct me, because my pronunciation might be a mistake. But I make mistakes, and that's okay. That's a mistake. Let's clean it up. Control Z. We all make mistakes. I think art is so fun because we learn to make mistakes and enjoy those mistakes and grow with those mistakes. Art is truly a special thing. And if you do art enough, you make your mistakes all the way to success. Are you watching the Olympics? Right now, the Olympics are happening in Paris, France. Those athletes, they're competing to win gold medals and silver medals. And they're not making mistakes. They cannot make mistakes. What do you think? It's a hard situation when you can't make mistakes. There are some environments where you can't. I like to tell people who are climbing trees because it's so fun, or when you're doing any outside activity, that might be a time when you can't make mistakes. Oh, that's unpopular. Oh, that's not nice to hear. It sometimes can be scary, dangerous to hear you can't make mistakes. No mistakes. You must do it the right way. Well, there are those situations where you must do it the right way. No mistakes. But art is not one of those places. In art, you should make mistakes. You should make a mistake and grow and learn. I think this is it almost looks like a path. Almost a path. A rocky path. Okay, next, I will make some trees. I'll start with the trees that are up close. Again, I love straight lines. I'm a human too. But nature doesn't like straight lines. Nature moves in circles and it flows. It's a beautiful thing. And we should get our idea of order from nature. What do you think? Can we let go of the human order? There's a place for the human order too. You do know that the order of humans has made this computer deterministic, my philosophy friends like to say. And that's good. It's part of where we are. Very clear, very orderly, no mistakes. If my computer made a mistake, I would be very upset. Say, oh no! I cannot communicate online with my students and my friends. Oh no! My day, my plans. Well, that's another opportunity to learn from our mistakes. What happened? What can I do to change it? I move this right to the side of the line so that it looks like depth. That's right. Looks like depth. Now let's do some cleaning. Because I have a raster layer right now, I can do some very special cleaning. And then my tree will have a shape. Yes, yes. Slowly but surely, it will take shape. All right, the trees begin to have shape. Let's do one more tree in the foreground, I think. Where's a good place for the tree in the foreground? Let's look and see. Actually, let's move this tree. Ready, Mr. Tree? This tree in the foreground is moving. Yes, I like it. Oh no, I forgot I did that over there. I made a mistake, look. Oh no. Well, I made a mistake. The fun part is, how do I work with this mistake? Let's work with it. Let's keep that tree there. And let's keep that tree. And put another tree here. I was too excited to clean up the trees. That was my mistake. So excited that I forgot what I was doing. I was making trees. See this V? I like to call that a fairy door. If you pass through a fairy door, there might be secrets on the other side. Next time you're walking in the woods, keep your eyes peeled for a fairy door. Now, that mistake is bothering me. What should I do? I think that I will do the extra work. And I will move my tree, make it smaller. This tree will live in the middle ground. Okay, thank you. Thank you, little tree. And this I will close. And this I'll close as well. We'll also get rid of these signs. A little too busy. A little too busy. Alright. This is more pleasant. And we'll leave this space open. Yes, we're going to leave that space open. And now we'll move to the middle ground trees. These lines are smaller. And they'll be behind. Alright. that tree. The middle ground tree, thanks for coming. Let's do another middle ground tree over here. And the branch for the tree. I don't want to make a spooky tree. There are lots of spooky trees. If you've never met a spooky tree, please go to the forest. You will see them. Not all trees are bright and fun. There are some scary trees. That's okay. It's okay to be scared of trees. I'm scared of many things when I think about it. And it's okay to be scared. Just like it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be scared. One of the things I do when I'm scared is I breathe. Does it sound too simple? I breathe it out. I like to breathe when I'm scared. Alright, so here's the forest that I'm making. But I think we need some other forest in the background. No, not you. Not you, little sir. Not you, little line. Let's bring you down. And we will need to make you longer. And you longer here. That's fun. Now let's make some more trees in our background. Is it distracting me? So I must close it now. More trees in the background. Alright, we're growing the forest piece by piece. Wow, I'm so excited to do this. I've been thinking about this one forest for quite some time. So seeing it come to life in its own way is really exciting. Let's add a control point. I'm very excited to see this forest come to life. Okay. Now, let's move some of these lines a little bit, get some more movement, some more movement. Not too much movement. Starting to take shape. Now I'll use a pencil for some texture. I'll also move my painting like this. One of my big reasons for moving my painting is my arm is good at making this motion. I have a lot of practice. So I know when I draw on this tree, I know that these lines will be better when I draw like this. Art, music, acting, sculpting, all beautiful exercises. These things have a lot of self-knowledge. Do you know yourself? Are you learning yourself? That's an important part of art. Self-knowledge. what you're good at, knowing what you're not good at. And that's another reason why mistakes are so important. What are you good at? And what are you not good at? We're not going to be good at everything. And when you start something, you won't be good at it in the beginning. If you think about the people at the Olympics, they were not born Olympians. No way. They had to practice and they had to make mistakes. Every one of them will tell you about all their mistakes. They'll talk about it happily if you ask. Great mistakes. Always making mistakes. And that's part of growing, making mistakes. There was one time I made a mistake drawing, and after I made the mistake, my friend said, "Oh, Josh, you're no good at drawing. You should just stop." It broke my heart. It really hurt my feelings. And then another friend who is an amazing artist, he said, "Josh, don't listen. You draw what you like. You be happy when you draw. Make mistakes and learn, and make yourself happy when you draw." I never forgot his good advice, and he is an amazing artist. I'll never forget his encouragement. Well, the truth is that the other words hurt my feelings, and I stopped drawing for a long time because it hurt my feelings. But my good friend brought me back and encouraged me to make mistakes and to accept myself. Take it in. Be who you want to be, even if it's not the best. I'm sure you can draw a better forest than me. Oh, I'm sure that one friend, that good friend, he can draw a better forest than me. I'm sure. But this is not the Olympics. This is not a competition. This is something different. This is a forest. I will put my friends here, the dragons of Wuzhang Mountain, I'll put my friends here, my little characters here, in this place, and they will have fun in this place. So it has a bigger purpose. The purpose is not just competition, it's about creation. And sadly, even if you ask God, sometimes creation means making mistakes. That's a different topic altogether, isn't it? Little lines here create the bark, the texture of the tree. Lots of little lines. Lots of little lines. You can see I'm using a smaller pencil shape for these middle ground trees that I've made. I'll use some of the small on this guy. Small on this guy too, just a little bit, to give it some texture. And now for my background trees, I'll choose an even smaller pen. could go very close. I'll show you. I can go very close to what I'm doing. And make these lines. Zoop, 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 zoop. Zoop, 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 zoop. Oh, you like my sound effects? I like my sound effects too. Now, trees are often misshapen as they chase the light. That's a metaphor for life. Misshapen as they chase the light. Trees take a different shape in the forest because the light doesn't come straight down. The sun might be up in the sky, but it goes in a circle. The earth spins, and the earth goes round the sun. And so we have this sensation that the sun goes around us. It doesn't, you know. It's just an illusion. And here in that illusion, as we live it, we chase the light. We chase the light, and we take a different shape, all of us, chasing the light, just like trees. And the forest is filled with trees chasing the light. You can even say that our cities, our countries, our families are filled with people chasing the light. For better or for worse. We don't grow into a straight line. We're chasing the sun as it moves. Let's come back to center. Okay, so my forest is taking shape. But it's not quite ready yet. I think that my forest needs some more texture. So I'll use a larger pencil. And I'll start to create rocks around the trees. My forest here on Wuzhang Mountain has lots of rocks making beautiful shapes everywhere. And I wish I could just draw one of the big rocks. It looks a little bit like this. It has a face, and I like to climb on it. I'll put it behind that tree. And there's another rock behind it. And it's a little bit scary when you climb it, because if you fall, it will hurt. Imagine that. An unforgiving piece of nature. Everywhere we go. Oh, everywhere we go, we'll find unforgiving pieces of nature. It's not in nature's character to forgive, but it is in nature's character to forget. Nature often works with us as we make, as we create. Now you might see that intentionally on purpose, I'm crossing the lines. Because I will go back and I'll erase it. A rock has many faces, and so we should draw those faces as we should draw those rocks' faces. Cleaning. Where else do I need to clean? I should clean here. Cleaning. Clean there. Clean the whole thing. That was a mistake. Control Z. Oh, Control Z on the computers. What a blessing it is. Drawing and talking like I am now reminds me of my son, Arthur. He always draws and talks. How about you? Do you draw and talk? Do you tell your parents stories while you're drawing? That's normal. Let's create these shapes a little bit more natural shapes with rocky faces, rocky face shapes. Nothing too perfect. Because remember, perfection is a human opinion. You know the difference between facts and opinions. I hope you're learning the difference. That's a better face to a rock. Oops. Mistake. Control Z. Haha. Maybe the point isn't about avoiding mistakes, but knowing what to do after you make a mistake. Because we all make mistakes. I had a friend, an old friend that I met in Miami, Florida. I lived in Miami before I lived in Korea. I met many good people there. One of the first good people I met, his name was Berto. I lived with him. When I went to Miami, I was a young man. I did not have much money. And so I lived in a little house with this Cuban gentleman. I had a hard time adapting to Miami. I was a young man. I didn't understand the world. I made lots of mistakes as a young man. And he saw me sad, and he asked me, he said, Joshua. Actually, no, he did not say Joshua. He could not say Joshua. Berto called me Chachua, Chachua, Chachua. And in Spanish, he asked me, what do we do when we fall off of a horse? Well, I thought about it. What do you do when you fall off of a horse? It's like a puzzle. What do you do when you fall off a horse? Well, do you know? This is a conversation about mistakes. What do we do? I tried to find the right answer, but the answer is very simple. When you fall off of a horse, you get back up. You get back on your horse. That's what you do. And that's it. That's all. You just get back on. So again, the question really isn't avoiding mistakes. The question is, what do you do after you make a mistake? Now, I'm going to make another line, another layer, and in this layer, I'm going to follow my sketch with, no, not you, I'll make my sketch lighter, and then here, I'm going to create some beautiful curves, like my mountain, Wuzhang Mountain. Wuzhang Mountain has some beautiful rolling curves. So I want to show that here, that the mountain moves and flows. All mountains are things of beauty. And also there's a point in the horizon. So I will make that point in the horizon with lines. It's a trick. Don't be upset. It's a trick. It's an illusion. This is a piece of paper, correct? This is a computer. It's not real. This is not the real mountain. Let's not be confused about that. That's a different topic, correct? We're talking about mistakes. And art is a great way to explore our mistakes. And I don't want to be distracted by other big ideas. I want to focus on my mistakes. In a good way. Just like Berto said, what do you do when you fall off of a horse? You get back up on the horse. Alright, so I made those extra lines, and I'm going to make them softer here on this level, and make it brighter here on that level. And now we have this flow, this movement underneath. Lovely. Now, let's make this layer here. Let's rename this trees. Alright, hello trees. And I've got another idea for the trees. That's how do I put it together? Alright, we'll make this quiet. And we'll make this here. We're going to make some lines for our trees. Much like this. The line inside of my tree. Ooh, and the line will follow that piece of bark we created. Thank you, tree. You're starting to have a beautiful shape. And this will go here. Oopsie, not quite long enough. There we go, let's make it there, good. Right, moving on. Back to the tree shape. I'm making these lines because my tree will have colors. And the colors will come very quickly. Oh, they will come so quickly. We'll all be surprised by the colors when they come. Uh-oh, that's a mistake. Yes, my trees will come. Yes, my colors will come. But right now, we're making lines. Those three trees are very much in the foreground. Let's make the lines smaller now and move to the middle ground. We'll follow some of those lines we created. I'm almost out of time. Imagine that. I have been talking to the internet for almost an hour now. Truly magical when you think about it. Our civilization, our cities, our countries, our families are built on our beautiful mistakes turning into successes. And you can ask any Olympian about their mistakes. And I hope those Olympians will have success. And I hope they have peace too, because too much work is not peaceful. Too much work can be a lot like work. And yet that's another topic, that's a different conversation. What I want you to remember is Berto, my dear friend Berto, who helped me when I was living in Miami. Oh, did I mention how old he was? When I met him years ago, he was over 80 years old. Over 80. And that was a long time ago. So I don't know where he is now. If he is in heaven, I hope he knows I never forgot what he taught me about horses and falling off of them. Every little mistake can teach us. Oh, well, that's a mistake. Let's catch you right there, to the line. You'll see why that's important later. Alright, oh, that's going to be a big line, it's a little smaller. out of time, but the color will go fast. Don't worry. All right. How are we? Do I have all the trees? No, there's one more tree here. I want to give a distinct line. A clear line. Okay. Is that right? Is that it? I think we're ready for the color. Let's, at this moment, let me save it, and let me save a duplicate. You won't be able to see me do this. Danger to trees. 2. All right. Save it. All right, we'll open that later. And now we will combine. Let's make a duplicate layer. I like to make copies of things so that if I make a mistake, I can go back. I have a lot of practice making mistakes. I practice making mistakes. I practice mistakes. And mistakes don't scare me like they used to. In Miami, I was very scared of my mistakes. It hurt a little bit making mistakes. All right, so what colors do I want to use? Let's use some crazy colors. Ready? Let's use some crazy colors. Let's not use brown for our trees. Let's use something beautiful and wild. Oh, my colors are what I'm wearing today. So let's do that. Let's do some wild colors. Let's see how it looks. Pretty. 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 All right, let's tone it down for the middle. Let's turn it down a little bit for the middle. Okay, just a little bit. All right, that's too close. Let's go back. Let's do a little softer. Okay, now let's try. Okay, a little softer, a little softer, a little softer for the middle. Ding. I kind of love it. Okay, now for the background, we'll do even softer. Yes. Yes. I like the way those little trees are there. Okay. For that bright, beautiful color, we're going to choose another color for the sides. Like this. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. Let's see. Let's be a little bit more adventurous. Let's choose something from here. What do you think? Do you like that? I don't really like it either. Let's go back in time. Let's be even more adventurous. Let's do different colors for the trees. Let's do every tree a different color. Let's see what happens. See if we like it. Okay, so that's one. Let's do a different color like here. And then let's do another color here. Ooh, I really like that. I really like that. Okay. So we have some colors inside there. Let's do it. Let's go closer. And I might need to just change to my pen. Those lines we practiced in the beginning. Do you remember those lines we practiced in the beginning, Joshua? Yes, we remember. We remember those lines. Okay, what do we think? Is it fun? I like that tree. Let's do all of the foreground trees like this. That's a good one. I like this idea. Okay, so, ding, yes, very pleasant. Ding, maybe I chose the wrong side. Let's do this, ding. I love that, okay. Now I'm getting really excited about these colors here. Yes. Yes, this is very much my style. Very much giving me joy making these colors. And that's another thing, and a different topic. What makes you happy when you're drawing? What makes you happy when you're painting? Isn't that why we do it? But that's a different topic. Today I'm talking about mistakes. The truth is, through our mistakes, we discover what we like. Through our mistakes, we learn how to define success. Life isn't always an Olympics. The Olympics are very easy to define. With the Olympics, success is a gold medal. But with life, success is not so easy to define. With life. Ooh, it's too similar. Let's do something different. Yay! Very pleasant. Too similar. Let's do something different. With life, we find what we like, and we chase it with all of our heart. Satisfied. Are you satisfied? I hope so. Alright, so those trees in the foreground are delightful. And very quickly, I promise I'll be able to get done quickly. Let's see here, what's next? Ooh, let's do something very pleasant and blue. Another one of my favorite colors. We'll do groups of blue. Ooh, I like that too. Okay, very pleasant. These are making me happy. A little darker. Yes. Yes, thank you. Oh, I love it. Now let's do something brighter. For here, for here, for here. Okay. Joshua, those don't look like trees. Oh, they don't? Okay. Well, remember, this is my imagination. Uh-oh, that was a mistake. Thank you. Lovely. Lovely colors. Hello. Very good. Thank you. Very lovely, softer colors. Lovely. Oh, just enchanting. Imagine if you walked into a forest that looked like this. Imagine. Well, I'm running out of time. I must go and study. I must go and do other things. So this is all of my forest that you'll get to see for today. Anyway, thank you for visiting with me. And I'll see you next time. Next Wednesday, in fact. Okay. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.